My name is Jean-Philippe Johansson. Everybody calls me JP. And I work as a UX developer. Basically, I jump around a bit with wireframes and front-end stuff. I've been working with web for a few years. I started with game development and kind of moved from C++ to something better. And you can reach me on johansson.jp. But what I want to talk about really quick is something that's been building up during what I've been doing and how I'm been working, and kind of noticed that it works just more and more. And my main point is to get people here to talk to me about this, because I want to hear what you guys have done that is probably similar. And I call it front-end first. And the basic idea is, at least the projects I've been on, is traditionally starting like from the back end, like requirements for the server, and they have to build up the whole stack and installing everything, and then you can build the front end. I'm kind of proposing, like, let's switch that. Let's start building the front end first. And when you got that nailed down, then you can care about the rest. Because if the user can't see it or interact with it, why are you building it? So just real quick, I mean, a lot of you have probably moved over to HTML prototypes, which is really good because then you can show responsiveness and interactiveness instead of getting clients to sign off on mockups. But what I noticed is you start with a nice wireframe and a nice sketch of what's going to happen. Then you give it to your awesome designers, and it looks really cool. And then you try to put it in the browser, and something happens. But the client's like, this is not what I signed off on. So why are we showing them that? Let's just build it in the browser directly. And I think a lot of people are already doing that. So my question is, well, why stop there? Like, don't stop there. Like, build the whole page. Like, we have everything we need right now to build a whole website without actually needing a server, really. Like, you can handle live reloads and stuff, but databases and stuff like that, you don't really need it. So the only thing I struggle with is the data. Like, you're going to do a type-ahead thing. You need some data to start guessing your interaction. When I do paper prototypes, I notice this the most. Like, if you encounter something wrong, like, yeah, have fun going through all the pages and, like, change that. And then the data formats. Like, you always have discussions like, did we say dot or colon for hours? And the other guy goes like, didn't we just say strings, like open, closed? You don't really know what was the last thing. So my proposal is keep it simple. Just put in a JSON file. You can do it a lot more advanced, put a little MongoDB and stuff, but this works quite well because everybody can edit it, everybody can go into it. You can also try JSON schema as a next step. But why I think this is significant is because files can be versioned, so you can kind of know what version got signed off. It's shared between the front and the back end developers, so it's really easy to agree that the API should say this. This is the JSON format that I expect. Since you don't really have to update anything more than a text file, it goes really fast to change your view. That changes your data format. And only in the end, you actually have to do the messy part. It helps with automated testing. So you build the front end, you have the data structure. Especially if you have JSON schema, you can get the back-end developers to automate their API tests to see that they're actually giving the right thing. And fallback, if you're like me and worked with a bit of offshore, stuff sometimes stop working, like APIs. And then it's nice to be able to fall back to previous data. And just then last point, the next problem I've had is sample data. And a Microsoft tool called Blend really had a cool thing about sample data. And just two links, schematic ipsum and JSON generator. So you put in your schema, and it'll generate fake data. So you can tell it to generate names, emails, numbers. Because the whole lorem ipsum thing is not really helpful when you're trying to build a website without a backend. I had some demos, but forget that because I have 20 seconds. See you at the bus. Thanks.